Welcome to Senior and Living Today. Our discussion today is about a topic that a lot of people think is taboo. I don't. I believe it's a necessary conversation that all people need to have. I don't think that you should wait until it's crunch time to be making these kinds of decisions. And what I'm talking about is a discussion surrounding your final arrangements. If you are caring for someone, you need to be encouraging them to have this conversation so that you aren't left wondering what their wishes are. They know what their wishes are. And if you're not caring for someone, but you have people that you love in your life, you should be encouraging them to sit down and listen to you. Tell them what you want. No one knows better than you. So it's time to have that conversation. I know people think it's morbid. I don't think it's morbid. I think it relieves a lot of stress. When that time comes and there are decisions to be made, if you have passed, people are already on edge. They're already grieving. That's not the time to be making decisions. So you should get together and have a conversation. It doesn't have to be a heavy subject. It could be a relief to know that you can cross those things off your to-do list. And you need to know that having the conversation does not make your demise come. That's one thing. Having the conversation will not end your life. And number two, none of us are getting out of this alive. So we should have the conversation because it's going to happen. So there are some things I think that need to be mentioned, and I'm going to give you a little list and you can write these down so that when you're ready to have this conversation, you have some points that you don't want to miss. So if you haven't expressed your feelings, it's time to get together and convey that. And one thing on the list is making sure that you have not just expressed your feelings to one person. You need to tell more than one person, because if you only express your feelings to one person, what happens if that person becomes unable to convey your wishes? More than one person should know. If one person only knows, then let's say you have a lot of siblings and one sibling says you want this and the other one says you want that. If they don't know, then you've got this infighting, and there's no place for that, especially at a time of grieving. So you want to be clear and you want to make sure that you disclose what you want to more than one person. So we'll go down the list if you're ready. Number one, prior to your demise, the question might come up, do you want to be an organ donor? Do you want to donate your body to science? Those are questions that your family should not decide. I think people would have a tendency to say no to those things. So if those are things that you would consider or you want, you definitely need to make that known to your family. When they are upset, that is not the time for someone to be posing those questions to them and them guessing. So think about, if you want to be a donor, either donating your organs or donating your body to medicine or science. That's number one. Number two, do you want to be buried or do you want to be cremated? Right now, that is just anybody's guess. In the past, it used to be most people were buried, but now that's not so much the case. So anyone is just guessing if you don't really make your wishes clear. Number three, Do you want a service that might have an open or a closed casket? Some people feel some kind of way about that. And if you're really trying to honor their wishes, that is something um, that should have been discussed. Otherwise, you're just guessing. So if you feel one strongly about it, make sure the people closest to you know how you feel. Number 4, if you wish to be buried, what kind of casket do you want? Do you want a pine box? Do you want a gold plated casket? People spend tons of money on funerals and memorials because they believe that is what their loved one wants. So, keeping yourself in mind, talk to your family and say, I expect the top of the line, or you know what, I really don't care. My soul won't be there. So do whatever you want. Or I want a minimalistic amount spent. Convey that so that your family isn't feeling like they're not giving you what you want, or they're shortchanging you, or they are more concerned with uh, what the people coming to your service might think. Make sure you have expressed what you want so that they can do that. That is a really big one. That was number 4. Number 5, you want to make sure your family knows if you have already purchased a burial plot. Back in the day, people purchased that ahead of time. It's not so much anymore, but there are people who have pre-planned and prepaid, and if you don't convey that, then your family is going to go, they're going to select a plot, they're going to pay again, they're going to jump through all these hoops when you've already done it, but they don't know that. If you already have a plot, where's the paperwork for that? Do they know? Do they know where you're supposed to be buried? Do they know who you're supposed to be buried next to? Are you going to be in a mausoleum? Those kinds of things. If you get to a point where you're incapacitated and you can't express that, then they're going to be paying for something that's already been taken care of. So you really want to make sure that that's disclosed. Number 6, what do you want your appearance to be for the service? Do you want to, have on a gold wig with ringlets? Do you want your hair done a certain way? Do you have a favorite outfit that you want to wear? Do you have a uniform that you want to wear? Do you want to have your jewelry on? Do you want to have no jewelry? You need to express that so that people aren't left guessing. Make sure they know what you want your appearance to be. That's number 6. Number 7, if you're going to have an obituary and there's going to be an obituary photo, what photo do you want used? People spend a lot of time going through all your photos, trying to guess which one should be used. Make it easy on them. Decide what photo you want. It's probably one hanging up in your house, and say, this is the one I want. This is the one I love. If anything happens to me, that's the one. Use that. Easy peasy, right? So that's number 7. Number 8. Families are more separate now, and living in different states, different cities, different areas, and not really sure about the day-to-day lives of their loved ones. So you do want to convey, if you are a member of a church, you want to convey if there is a particular pastor, bishop, deacon, priest. I'm sure I'm forgetting some titles. if there's someone you want to officiate your service, you want to make sure that they know who that is. You want to make sure that that is written down somewhere, so they can contact this person and they can officiate your service if there's going to be a service. Number 9. Do you have a special song? Do you have a song that you love that you want to make sure is played at your service? Do you have special music? Do you have a list of music? Do you have a certain people that you would like to speak, that they may not know? So discuss that, so that maybe you could put their names and numbers somewhere inside a Bible, or a family history book, or someplace where they know where to access it. Number 10. Do you want flowers? Do you want money or items donated to a charity of your choice? A lot of times the family is left with that decision, and if you meet your demise for a certain reason, let's say you have dementia or you have cancer, something like that, then they'll donate money to that society because that's current on their mind. But if you, let's say, pass from cancer, but you want people to donate to the Humane Society, your family might not know that. Or you want to give to a scholarship fund, those kinds of things. They're not going to know unless you convey those things. So make your wishes known. If you want some sort of donation in lieu of flowers and those sorts of things for any kind of service. Um, I said there were 10, but there's 11. Number 11, if you choose to be cremated, that causes or can cause more drama. So the questions surrounding that would be, who's going to get your remains after the cremation, even if they're going to be dispersed somewhere else, let's say the ocean or what have you? Who is to possess them until that time? Because we cannot divide you up, and we don't want to fight about that. You don't want 7 people all wanting to take your remains home. So it's easier if you express who should have the remains, and then you want to disclose what you want done with them if you don't want someone to keep them permanently. Do you want to be taken to the beach? Do you want to be taken to the mountains? Do you want to be put in the backyard? You have got to express that, because it's a difficult decision for people to make, and it causes a lot of discourse and frustration. So all these things you could solve. You could tell someone what you want, and it will give the people that love you the chance to mourn your passing in a way that isn't as stressful. It's still going to be difficult. It's still going to be sad, but you can really make things easier for them by sitting down and having this discussion, and have it more than once. And if you change your mind about something, express that you've changed your mind about something. It's okay, but you've got to have the talk if you really want to make things easier for them, and you really want to have things the way you want them, not the way they want them for you. So I hope that this has been helpful. I can't encourage you enough to have this conversation. I've had it with my family, and I feel good in knowing that nothing crazy is going to happen, because I've already said how it's going to be. You know, you want to be in charge until the end. That's me. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you will have that talk. I really do. Encourage those around you to have that talk, your friends Everybody, make it easier. Thank you for stopping by today. I certainly appreciate it. I hope you will like this video. I hope you will share this video. And I thank you for spending time with me again today on Senior and Living Today.